Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss practice, routines, visualize, perfect shots. We also touch on throwing stations, female ferrets, hot hands, chaos, math, straight out, and 10 Ton loses 10 G's. Hey everyone, this is 10 Ton with a quick note about today's show. Our goal was to focus on practice, but much of the nitty-gritty ended up on the Patreon side, as well as what will be the entirety of episode 98 airing on December 30th. I also plan on sharing and discussing many of the emails, texts, and comments we received in a future episode because I was really impressed by the amount of care and detail that went into them. To our Patreon family, thanks again. We appreciate you all very, very much, and keep that practice up because it will definitely pay off in the long run. With that, let's head into the holiday season with episode 97. Ed, this episode's going to be our Christmas episode. It's going to come out it's going to come out on the 23rd of December. You want to wish anyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays?
Yeah, and you know what? I do that, and then I want to do something else.
Okay, and then we'll go practice. We'll talk about practice.
I hope everybody has a safe and blessed Christmas holiday. I think it's a great time of the year for you to enjoy your family and friends and doing it in a loving way, and, you know, forget football and all this other stuff's going on. Be joyous, have fun, watch the kiddos, hug your wife, hug your kids, because, you know, someday you might not be able to. So go ahead and do it now.
And Ed, that's touching, Ed. That was a very nice holiday greeting. Warm wishes. How's your birthday?
It was all right.
Birthday in Biloxi.
I did not have a birthday in Biloxi. I was a birthday work day.
Not only is this episode going to be probably a two-parter, Ed.
It's going to have to be.
Because it's about practice.
Practice like you play.
You want to hear a word from our sponsor?
Sponsor? Yeah, let me hear a new sponsor.
Who's not a sponsor? Ed, check this out. It's Ultra.
You dipping snuff now?
Yeah, this is our sponsor, not a sponsor. It's natural nootropics, zero nicotine dietary supplement. Basically, it's like tobacco pouches, but it's not tobacco. I like it, man. No nicotine in it.
What does it do?
It reminds me of Skull Bandits. Remember those?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I put a little, pouch in between the old cheek and gum.
Yeah.
Ed, I like taking this whenever I go to the casino. So I usually have one of these when I'm shooting. It's awesome, dude.
Is it working for you?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of this stuff is just mental. But this is a sponsor that's not our sponsor. Another one, Ed. I like it when you wear the red Alabama Casino Tier shirt. Only 2 of those have been made, Ed.
I know. And I wore it. And I was about ready to rip it in two because I realized that Alabama hadn't played well since you sent it to me.
Aren't they playing okay now?
Well, we're tied.
There was just a pick six. That was nice of Marco Polo, spelled backwards.
That was.
Crampolo, who
sent me those tickets, or wanted to send me those tickets. Hell, there's no way I could have got to Oklahoma in one day.
I know. I thought that was New Year's Eve. I had no idea that this game was happening tonight.
Hell, I thought it was tomorrow night. I didn't know it was tonight. But anyway.
So listen, Ed, I wanted to ask you about your birthday weekend, which I know technically wasn't your birthday, but you were in Biloxi. Today's December 19th, Friday, and we're talking about December 6th and 7th, I believe, when you were in Biloxi. I know it's been a minute. You might not remember it, but you got any highlights from it? Craps.
I don't remember.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, so it's been a while. It was Bootlegger's birthday, too. His was on Friday, or I think it was Saturday. I can tell you this.
I know, because I called him. And you were
we were in the car. That's right. Yeah, but before I tell you that, I got to tell you about the ferret.
Oh, dude, I love ferret stories. Tell me a ferret story, please.
A female. This ferret had tits.
Oh man. Well,
small ones.
It could have just had like a litter.
No, well, they were small. Okay. They were small ferrets. They were small tits. Teats, as they say down somewhere.
Female ferret, man. It's been a minute. I haven't even talked about any female ferrets.
They're hard to find.
Yeah, I know. Tell me.
But Dr. Yank, we were playing there at Hard Rock, and he is in the middle of he's probably 10, 12 rolls in. He's already hit 2 points probably.
Nice.
Yeah,
man.
he's already hit a couple of points.
Shaping up to be a good roll.
He's to my left.
Stick left too?
He's a stick left too. Yeah. And this chick comes over there, and she just plops her little drunk ass down on elbows on the table. She was kind of short on the side of the table, and she's got this big sack. She got this big sack of leftover food with her.
Oh yeah, did she put that on the rail?
No, she set it down in front of her. She had leftover steak or something from
foraging.
Ruth Chris. Yeah, she was out foraging.
Okay, so she's foraging.
He's in the middle of his row. He just set the point. He's got his pass line down. He's got his odds, behind his pass line. And this chick, this female ferret, she just has chips. She just pulls chips out between her cheeks.
She just, storing
somewhere. They came from somewhere. And she sets them down right behind his odds.
That's funny. Yeah. Okay.
She sets them down right behind his odds.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I had never seen this before in my life. Dr. Yank kind of looked at her and like, those don't go there. And he kind of pushed them back, and she reached up, she picked them up, and she set them right back down behind his odds.
Was she drinking?
Oh, we think so. You know what the dealer did? The dealer reached over there and picked those odds of hers up and stacked them on top of his odds, but off to the side a little bit, kind of offset the odds, just to keep the game going. He hit the down point again, and she got paid.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, and then she was like, well, can I put it on the line between the 6 and 8 up there? Think about it. Can I put it on the line between the 6 and 8, or can I just put it on the corner of the 4 over there and let it cover all the numbers? She's thinking roulette. She is totally thinking roulette.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Yank's having to, she's breaking his game up. He's having to say, that's not how you play this game. She's, well, isn't this like roulette? And she's like, no, you got to bet on a number, not a bunch of numbers. It was funny. She won as long as he was rolling, and then she walked. She just kind of picked up her lunch bag and walked on off after a little while.
So it wasn't necessarily a belligerent ferret. It was just a confused ferret that wasn't trying to be super disruptive on purpose.
That's correct. But she didn't know. That was weird, man. She put her she put her chips right down behind his odds on the pass line.
I've never seen that before.
She thought it was like roulette.
If only it was.
If only. There's one thing that happens in this game that it's the opposite of roulette. Have we talked about this before? When you turn your bets off, where the dealers place the off button?
No, go ahead. Where they put it on your chips and it takes the whole row.
Yeah, but that's if they place it like they start on the inside. And so like if you've got all the numbers and you turn all my bets off, then they're going to place it on the 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
That cuts all your bets off, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if they placed it on the 9?
9 down, right?
Yep. 10 still working. So wherever they place it all the way down to the low number is where they turn it off. You could say, turn off my 4, 5, and they'd place it on the 4 and 5, and your 6, 8, 9, 10 would be working. Trivia. You see it on rare occasions. Very few people turn part of their bets off, right?
Ed, how did you do though that weekend? I know you don't remember much of it. Was it a good weekend?
It was a negative weekend. Yeah.
Okay, we have something in common then with my past weekend. Why was it negative?
For some reason, I don't think mentally I was really into it, but I had to run down there for a couple of different reasons, and I just couldn't concentrate on playing. We had some decent tosses, but none of us could ever get, you get up to a certain level in your progressions and you're ready to go, and it seemed like every time it was over. We could never get above a certain level. I never even saw a $420 6 or 8 all weekend.
That happens, man.
It was a very grindy, bitchy weekend. We went and played Golden Nugget. We played Harris a little bit. Didn't make it to the IP. Did not go to the Beau Rivage, of course. Too much time at the tables, I guess. But it was just never it wasn't ever really nasty, but it just never could get over that hump where you could just make a good run. I didn't even play crapless that weekend. Probably should have. Wanted to, but we were on the other table next to the crapless. That was when the female ferret came.
Female ferret, though. That's awesome. That's good to know that they're out there.
They do multiply some way.
I think that is just such a great name. Ferret. It is a great name, isn't it?
I'm having a kick out of it, playing around with the ferret on those videos.
You know what? Let me give a shout out before I forget, because I was listening to You Can Bet on That. Those guys, Mark and Dr. Mike, were in town, and I was on my way to go see them because they said they were going to be at Planet Hollywood in the morning on Saturday. Anyway, the plans had changed. I was walking over. It didn't matter. I was listening to an edit of the podcast, so it was all good.
Yeah.
So I made the most of my walk while I walked over there. They were over at M Resort because there was a little festival going on called Zork Fest. I think it's more for like,
I've heard them talk about that.
I know a couple guys that listen to the podcast were actually over there playing.
Travel agents or something? I want to say it's got something to do with travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travel and rewards and all that stuff. So obviously not something that I'm even interested in just because I'm living here.
Right.
But I'm texting Mark, and he sends me a picture of the billboard.
It's still up?
While we're texting, he drove by it and took a picture. So it was pretty funny that it's still up. It's awesome.
It's still up.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
I know, man. That is value town. Got lucky with that one. It's still up.
Nobody wants that billboard after we.
I don't know. I can't believe they put some like rodeo stuff right around it, some big rodeo ads, like Wrangler and stuff. But for some reason, they didn't take that board. That board's still there.
Wasn't Table Maker in town for that?
Oh, yeah. So many people were in town. So many people. If I miss mentioning anyone, it's not on purpose. There's a lot of shit going on. But Table Maker was in town. He dropped me off some cool stuff. I was supposed to go meet up with him, but I did get him tickets for the rodeo for him and his wife. I ended up going over to Palms, my host over there. Shout out Juan. He's turning into a very, very good host. He's actually turning into my favorite host.
With who? Who's he with?
Palms.
Oh, he's a good guy, probably. Yeah.
Man, dude, I didn't realize I'm one of their like top 100 players there. He got me into this drawing in the ballroom.
Yeah.
This raffle. 5 go on to win possibly like, I don't know what it is. A lot of money. I don't know if it's $1 million. I have no idea. Either way, I didn't win it. Went up there, got a bottle of champagne.
That was cool. That's
a nice event. Went up there. Bumped John was my date. He was there. Brought him along with me.
Did he wear a dress?
No, he didn't. I wish he would have.
Heels. Did he at least wear heels?
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Sorry, Bump John.
So he left me tickets for the rodeo. They turned out to be really great tickets. So shout out Juan. He's been really great. I bumped into him because I've been going there eating steaks at Scotch 80, their restaurant. Yeah. I got so many points there that I just going over there and taking people to dinner.
You shouldn't use your points. You should just get a comp at the table, dude.
Man, you know what though? I just go in there, have a filet and leave. Filet mignon. Mashed potatoes, some Brussels sprouts.
You ain't even got to cook it.
Really tasty. I'm taking advantage of that as much as possible. But I got so many points. He was nice. He's like, whatever you need. He's been, I got to say, fantastic. My host over at Aria hooked me up with a host in Biloxi for Beau Rivage. So I'm getting all that shit set up.
You and Beau?
Yep. But this weekend, man, tons of people were in town for it was like a Caesars thing.
They had they had a special thing or whatever.
Yeah, went out, had a nice meal. Hopefully, maybe I'll see G-Dub later tonight.
Okay.
It'd be nice to see G-Dub. We've been playing a lot of phone tag. Huggy Bear was in town. We all had a nice dinner over at Nobu. We had Huggy Bear, Mr. Pressett, Dice Panda. He's from New York. We had JJ, Roll Tide JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Justice Jen was there. The Craps Doc, he's taking the class in March. Really nice guy from Oklahoma. He texts me. He always texts me halfway through his trip, and then I find out he's here. I like that he's at Aria because it's so easy for me just to walk down there.
Yeah.
He was playing a table, stick left 1, so I just kind of cruised right into stick right 1. It was awesome.
How'd y'all do? So you played with it? Yeah.
I bought in for a couple grand. He hit the tall. It was great.
Nice.
He hit the tall. I shot horrible at that table. But then after he left, he was wearing a Casino Tears hoodie. It looked fucking good, man. That thing looked good. Nice and
I wore mine in Biloxi.
Looks good, right?
Yeah.
Did you wear the zip or the pullover? The pullover's
the
nice.
Zip. I wore the zip.
Man, the pullover is nice.
It is nice.
I'm getting all those restocked, by the way. I got everything restocked this coming Monday.
Do we know when the dice are coming in yet?
All the dice should be in by first week of January, the latest. All the colors.
Okay, good.
I've got back orders.
I'm going to say you probably do have back orders right now.
Yeah, I've got them all set up, ready. They're all nice and categorized. The minute those dice come in, those back orders go out the very next day.
Probably going to be out as soon as you fill the back orders.
I bought a lot, box of each. So there's a lot, 40 sticks of each color.
Okay.
Nice and stocked
That's
up.
a ton.
Man.
That's a ton.
But I got fucking destroyed this week.
That's not good.
A lot of it's my fault, man. You know what I noticed? And before we get into the topic of the show, Ed, which everyone's going to be looking forward to hearing about, is I noticed, so I got into such a pattern of going out with a playing partner, Bump John.
Yep.
That dude will come by, pick me up. We drive out there. It's professional.
Yeah.
We're not yucking it up. You know, we're going,
Right.
What's our plan? I think I'm going to do this, this, and this. What are you doing? What's in our collective bankroll? And if a table's not right, we're not going to play a table. All of the things that you should be doing. Scouting.
Absolutely.
All right, we're not going to play this table. This table's too long. We don't do well here. Playing smart. There's no distractions. We're there with a goal. You know, he's running a certain system. I'm almost competing with him in a way where it's like, I don't want to be negative. You know, he's got a
Right.
different system. I want to show up as positive.
Yeah.
He's positive. I'm positive. And plus, you know, we've got these scorecards or these trackers,
How are those coming?
got the prototypes back engraved. Ed, you want to see them?
Yes.
Hold on. I'll show you.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I don't know if you could see this.
You got the leather. Oh, yeah. I saw the pictures, sample pictures. Yes, I love it.
That's laser engraved. I'm going to go with this size down the middle.
I don't doubt it.
I'm going to give these things to our Hard Forever members.
Excellent.
These look classy, man. These scorecard things look fucking classy, dude. They really do.
You're going to make me start keeping score at the table.
Tracking rolls with Bump John, it does something to your brain. You know that everything is documented. I feel like it makes me play better because I know every roll is it's like a historical record. And I want that to look good, obviously.
Yeah.
And remember how you talk about debriefing? We're not only talking in between rolls, having the parlay, which I like to say, in between rolls. It's always after the fact, going through the rolls and going, okay, where were mistakes made? Could I have made more doing something here? Or look at this. Dude, it is focused business. We're just not going out having beers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
throwing
You're not out
dice.
just yucking it up, having fun at the table and just having a party. You're there to make money, which is why you people should go. That's why people should go to the table, is to make money. All the people that, you always hear, well, at least we had a good time. You cannot have a good time losing money. I've never had a good time losing money.
I had a miserable time this weekend because I lost a lot of money.
There's been times I enjoyed the company I was with, but I did not have a good time because I was losing money. That doesn't even come into my, it's not even there. It's not even there. I don't even know what to call it.
That was a sort of an epiphany comparing. It's really difficult going out with a group. As much as I really like the individual people, I'm better suited going out with one other person or two people max.
Yeah.
Groups are tough.
I think 3 to 4 is 3 to 4 max of shooters, not players, shooters. 3 to 4 shooters is perfect.
Yeah, I think it'd be great if you had 4 shooters, ideally. Just as Jen said something to me, she was like, because she was next to me. She was like, oh, you're passing the dice? I'm like, dude, you don't even know like how often I actually pass the dice. I will always forego shooting if I feel like a situation isn't right or right for me. Or sometimes I do pass the dice like when I'm with Bump John because I want that other person to get in a rhythm too.
Yeah.
I feel like it is important sometimes because I can always shoot. Again, him and I can always shoot. But if you're in a rhythm, man, you get it to the guy. I think that there is such a thing as going with the hot hand.
You got to, if you're there to make money. And a lot of people don't understand that concept.
So you didn't do well. I don't know if you lost money, but dude, I got.
Yeah, I was negative.
And by the way, so Ed, what we're doing, because we have these trackers and everything, Bump John and I are talking about, we're going to put these results out because we go consistently. Let's start the new year fresh and let's compare our systems and our play, put it out there because I feel like it's important for me to put that shit out there. But this weekend I lost 10,000. 10,000.
Yeah.
There are witnesses, but they're also going to tell you, Ed, my average bet, I don't have a lot of room to maneuver. My average bet is over 1,000.
Yeah.
When you start thinking about it that way, it doesn't take that long to lose. If there's not a roll that's going
No, you don't have long, dude.
You don't have long, and especially if you hit a PSO, another 4 roller, 5 rollers, you're going to get decimated quickly.
So your problem was betting that way on everybody else?
Yeah, I only shot personally twice. I should have bet way more cautious. By the time I was felted, I had missed some good rolls that I guess happened later at night.
Yeah.
They were texting me. Did I mention Mr. Pressett was there? And thank you, Mr. Pressett, for dinner, because he was the driving force behind a dinner that we all had at Nobu. And it was so nice, man, seeing everyone and having dinner with them. It was really, really nice. But afterwards, they were texting me and they said, man, you probably would have made like 40, 50,000 with how you're betting. I mean, Ed, I was aggressive. Like even on those short rolls, I was at a $900 6, $1,000 10. I mean, I was not fucking around. When I say people should pay attention, for example, Mr. Pressett throws a lot of sixes. So on his come out, I hopped the 6. Okay.
Yeah.
6 hits. And I use that money now to press up my initial bet on the 6, which was.
You were working the come out, right? We had that conversation.
I didn't work the come out on that. I was just working it on myself. My initial bet with him went up to like 450. So then my next bet was at 900.
Okay.
I was just running those bets big. Again, just betting big.
And it didn't work.
And it didn't work. Timing was off. And when you take a hit like that, it limits what you can do with the rest of your week. You know, G-Dub, I'm like, G-Dub, I can't really go out and play. I'm not in a position where I can take this loss right now back to back. So I just got to chill.
Yeah. Oh, Sweet Lou's in town, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's still in town. I'm going to try to go say hi to him. Hey, Ed, here's another word from our sponsor from last week. Hi-yo.
Hi-yo. Hi-yo.
Peach Mango.
What does hi-yo stand for?
Happy in your own.
That's it.
What's ON stand for?
Only what you need. You want to see my sponsor?
Yeah. What is it? Bourbon. Only what you need. 100 proof. Oh, classic old-fashioned smoke show. Is that a mixed old-fashioned, pre-mixed?
No, it's a mix for making an old-fashioned. Doesn't have any bourbon in it. You got to mix it with your bourbon.
That looks classy, man. Looks legit.
Tastes delicious. You should see me when I do the actual smoke show. I got a kit down here where you can actually put the fire on it and then burn it and burn the.
Oh, nice.
We'll have to do that on one of the videos. When we go live, I'll do that.
Yeah, man. So this weekend was just, you got to be able to review your sessions and what happened, why it happened. I went back home going, where were my mistakes? And I made some of the classic all-time basic mistakes that I don't make when I'm there with Bump John. And I think maybe it has to do with the focus of, dude, when I'm at Bump John, I don't even bet on other people. I just wait. Yeah. And I'm just chill with it. I guess it was maybe the excitement. You're out with a group. You know how it goes, Ed. You've had a lot more experience playing with groups and being out there.
I know exactly how it goes. And usually it doesn't go well. Those casual, let's all get together and go play craps. We're all in town. Let's everybody come on. We're all buddies. Normally those sessions are tough. You know, there was a time when Aloha Johnny, 220 Inside, and myself, the three of us, we flew to Black Hawk, Colorado. And we flew there as a 3-man team to go play craps and to win money. That was the only reason we went. I mean, we went to enjoy it. I'd never been there. 220, never been there, I don't think. Well, we went there to, bond as brothers in craps, I guess, and plan an attack, scout tables, work through the town, see which ones we liked, who liked what, and let's go play. So we would generally lose a little bit while we're scouting because we don't play that long. We're just trying to get a feel for what we like, what we don't like, who's good on certain tables, that kind of thing. And then you go in and you go to the tables that you have an advantage or you think you have an advantage on, and you go bust them.
Well, dude, you know what? We played at Paris, and this table is a good table. It just so happened it heated up after I was gone, and maybe it just took a minute. Again, it's timing. If I was there later, I probably would have made a fucking killing. But instead, I didn't. I was guilty of coming out, obviously, a little too strong.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Yeah. I probably would have just, in hindsight's always easy, right? But, it's probably a $15 table.
The exterminator was there, dude, and I got it raised. That's the shame of it all, Ed. The shame is that I got this raised both nights. I even went to a different floor the second night after I got turned down by this one guy. I don't know fucking why he did. I just walked over and the other guy overruled him. And I got it up to a $50, which kept everyone away.
$50. Did you play it at a $50 table? No.
I don't play it as a $50 table, but everyone else.
You played it as what? What did you play it as?
My pass line's 100.
So you played it as a $100 table. What did everybody else play it as?
Well, they could play it at whatever. Cause I went up and said, cause Jen even got there later and I said, can you re-grandfather her in, even though she wasn't here to be grandfathered in. And they're like, they can play at whatever level they wanted. We had an advantage in that way. And that's where man, that thing was set up perfectly. There were 6 people at that table, all
players. Yeah, just didn't happen. It happens. I probably would have said, instead of betting at 100, you should have cut it down to a $50 table with played it as a $50 table. That way you would have only lost 5,000.
Well, that limit doesn't matter. I'm either going to play it as a $30 on, let's say, a random shooter, or I'm going to bet on myself, and then that's going to be different. I'm going for the kill shot, man.
Which table at Paris was it?
One of the 2 with the ATS, off near the stadium craps.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Probably, yeah. I know which one.
It's timing. Like I said, if I was there a little later, I would have made a shit ton of money because I guess Jen had a fantastic roll. And Mr. Press.
Did they make money?
Yeah, they made money.
Good.
They made money at the end. So
that's good.
So Ed, you want to talk about
practice?
Oh, you know what? I got a little comment since we brought up Justice Jen.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to just preface this with I love you, Jen, but there's a but here. Okay. We were talking about
what's the old saying? Everything before the word but doesn't count.
Listen,
I love you, but
listen, I will take this to my grave, Ed. Don't believe math players are winners at craps, ever will be winners at craps.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
I think that if you are a craps player listening to this and you want to listen to the math, that's what the math says. God bless you, man. I feel so confident and strong in my opinion. If you're going to approach the game like that, you will never win. You might win something and yay, we're a winner. But anyone that was at that table knows how big I'm going. A lot of my bets might not be mathematically sound, but I am going for a kill shot, like a kill shot, goodbye. Kind of how you blew that armadillo away. That's the shot that I'm going for. I'm not trying to nick him. I'm not trying to just wound him. I'm trying to obliterate that table quickly.
I prefer to cut the casino's throat entirely. That's my objective. I mean, $1 is a win. A tie is a win. It's also not a win. So I always want to cut their throat.
That's the mentality that I think.
I think that's the shooter. I mentioned that before. That's the shooter's mentality, to kill the casino, to cut the casino's throat in that period of time in which you play. Math guys don't understand that because they're not really even playing to win. They're playing not to lose, right? And in doing so, they don't win, and they will never understand that. If you're a DI and you're on, because you're not always on your tosses, not always perfect. We all get that. But you can bend the math to your favor, and they don't understand that. They do not understand that. They can't comprehend it.
Listen, part of the key to winning, as Bo would say, big bets, short amount of time. That's got to be an element of this, and that's why I'm so aggressive, trying to get up there to table max.
Got to be careful who you're aggressive with.
Exactly. The reason why we had this conversation, Jen, I will still stand by this, and I will argue this to death. I laid aside on the ATS. I had a quarter up there. Ed, I'd love to get your opinion on this. So I had quarters up there.
Pays $8.25. Pays $8.25.
$7.50.
Right? $7.50. Okay.
$7.50 aside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what happened. We needed aces. We needed, I think, a 4, and then we needed a 9. When we needed a 9, I laid it for $300 because, and I'll let you respond really quick. In my mind, anyone that's playing that side for a quarter, if you don't lay it, it's $7.50. If you lay it for $300 and you hit it, you will win $450. If you lay it for $300 and you don't hit it and they 7 out, you make $200. So you're looking at the difference of a $200 win or a $450 win when you decide to go down the lay route. I think that is the perfect sweet spot. You get a little consolation prize, which feels okay. It's better than nothing. It's $200 versus when you get, hey, $450 still chunky. You're approaching close to $500. That to me is a sweet spot lay. Jen, I guess she'll argue. Jen's a lawyer. She will argue, and she likes to argue, that I missed out on EV. Mathematically, that wasn't the right bet.
What was mathematically the right bet?
I will have her on this show to discuss
What was the
this.
mathematically?
I have
what
no
mathematically
fucking idea, but the point is she said that I missed out on some EV on the other side. But in my head, Ed,
all right, so
the other side doesn't come into play.
Regardless of what was thrown, you're set up to put money in your rack, correct?
Yeah.
$200, $450. One of the two. You'd rather the $450, right? Or you could have laid it for 600, 150 if you hit it. I mean, you could have switched the
150 or
roles, right?
400. Yeah.
If you're really going to be a math guy, if you're going to be a math guy, the seven's more probable
True.
than the
True.
nine,
True.
right?
True. That's a
So
good point.
if you're going to play by the freaking math, lay it for 600. Then your math's on your side. Now, did it hit the nine?
No.
No. Okay. So mathematically, at that point, that would have been a good bet. You would have won
400.
Yeah. But why? 400 versus 150 is nowhere near as attractive as 150 or 200, whatever it was, versus
200.
450. 200 versus 450 is more attractive in my mind. So I like the lay at a quarter.
And I think she was also thinking, just so everyone knows this, you can't consider the all into that lay at all. The all bet.
The all's nowhere close to being hit. You still got 3 numbers to go.
Let's say once you hit the 9, you have to hope that aces comes in for the most unfavorable lay, which would be the 4 or 10. Now you can lay against $4,500. That's what you have now to work against. But I don't think you can even consider that. And maybe I misinterpreted what she was saying, but you can't think about that $4,500 until you can start thinking about it.
You got to hit the 2.
You got to hit the 2 before you can even think about what your expected value would be. Like, you just can't do that. I kind of see what she's saying, but in some ways it's like, that's not reality. And that's not how it happens. I've been in a situation where you've had a 4 and a 9 left. And what I did, Ed, is I laid both of them, but for the same amounts. And then once I hit one of them, then I bumped up that lay big time.
Yeah.
But you can't even big time bump up those lays when they're both out there too. I would listen to me actually over anyone else, because I don't know if there's a person that has more experience playing the ATS at a lower level and at big levels, like max table levels. I just don't think there is. If you find someone, let me know. But I don't think there is. I'm pretty confident in all my spots and where they should be. I mean, I've got charts for Palms, Durango, Fremont, Aria, for all of the different levels, because they're all going to be different.
Yeah.
Read about it in my book, Ed. I do a little history, all right? I worked on that today too.
Well, you know me, I've always said if it was a good bet when you start, it's a better bet when there's only one number left. But if you're playing at a big number, 25 and higher on the ATS, it makes sense to lock up something on those big numbers. But, if you're going to do that, then why bet the big number? I mean, there's this, I'm torn. Like, if I'm doing quarters versus 10, 10, 10, right?
Yep.
It's a $15 difference on the bet. Do I want to lay at 10, 10, 10? Probably I'm not going to.
I've got strong opinions on all this.
I know you do. I know you do. I'm just talking about me. I got a $1,500 all. I can lay against the all. On a 10, 10, 10, I can lay against the all just to lock up a little bit. Quarter. Then you're getting into a little more different level of money. I think where you are in your numbers. I mean, so if you're going to go quarter, but yet you're going to lay against the quarters, I don't know. I hardly ever lay it. I'll just be honest with you. I know it makes sense to do it. I just don't do it very often. I do it on occasion, but not very often.
There's some other factors that need to be considered. First of all, on a 555, I don't even think people should play it for a 555, period. I just think it's pointless. If you're going to hit these numbers, make it worthwhile. That's my opinion. I think you should play it for $30. And I think the only lay on a 10, 10, 10 ATS should be when you're going for them all. And that's even debatable, but you can make a really good argument about getting something back. Like, you can still at least guarantee yourself at least $1,000. And if you're playing at that level, that is a meaty amount. Your total take on that thing is going to be $2,100. So theoretically, you could put lay bets up to $1,200 if you want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the sweet spot. When you start getting into quarters and hundreds, I think it's all dependent on what's in your rack. Case in point, the crap stock, when I went to Aria, I liked his shot. He shot twice. I put hundreds up on that ATS. Guess what? He hit the tall. I didn't lay shit. I was basically even in my rack.
Yeah. You got the bonus.
I got $3,000.
You got the bonus play. You got the full bonus play. You got it is a bonus. I've always said that. You make your money on the boxes. The bonus is a bonus. So you hit the bonus.
And of course, as it would go, 7 out right after that.
Did you turn your bets off?
We both didn't, because we both fucking forgot. And we both said that. We're like, how did we both forget? how did we both forget? And you know what?
I've done it too, but you got it. You got
and
it.
we're like, how did we both forget? We both forgot.
Yeah. How many people were at the table with you and him?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, maybe.
Oh, you got to turn your bets off with that many. Got to.
But the thing is, when you've got 100, you're looking at that 3,000. To me, my brain's like, whoa, we have a potential for 18,000 that you could lay against. If there's a number that I could lay, I can go max on that. I can guarantee myself another 5,000, make another 11 or 12 grand, which will be sweet. But it opens up the possibilities. And that's why you play it. Again, if I was really down and struggling, I think I would have thrown out a lay on that.
On the tall.
By the way, I couldn't because he needed an 11 and he hit the 11. So it was just.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it is what it is. You couldn't have laid it anyway.
Yeah.
What I would have done was hop the 11. I would have started going, horn high 11 or just, 11 ace deuce.
Ed, I play that stuff like it's a place bet. Again, it's a different way to think about it. But getting back to Jen, math people, well, I'm always going to disagree with you 100% of the time. If you're talking about math, you should just leave. You should turn around, walk your ass out of the casino because you don't even belong there because it makes no sense. It makes no sense for someone to be talking about math at a craps table when you're in a casino. Mathematically, you should leave.
You shouldn't even be in a casino if
exactly.
You're a math person.
Anyone that's listening to me and you do agree with me on this, which is you can't play it safe. This game isn't about playing it safe and playing it by the math. You guys will always ask Bo. Bo will tell you.
I want to sound arrogant probably, and I don't mean to, but most math people don't have a practice rig, let alone a table.
They wouldn't think that practice would matter.
Would make a difference. They don't think practice makes a difference. They don't think tracking your rolls for thousands and thousands of rolls to find particular sets that give you a way to bend their math makes a difference. I've got a totally different mentality as a DI versus the math person. And when I make bets, I'm not basing it on the math. I'm basing it on somebody's bending the math to an advantage. I mean, you can't throw 13, 14, 16, 18 times on one number. I've seen it so many times. And so many times they're the same combination. It's not a 4-4 and a 5-3 and a 6-2. It's a 4-4 and a 5-3 and a 5-3 and a 5-3 and a 5-3 and a 4-4 and a 5-3. That's DI. That's when somebody is on. And when they're hitting those numbers and they're hitting the same types of combinations over and over and over and over and pounding numbers. I mean, when you throw 16, 17, 8s, that's not mathematically possible. Mathematically, it's not possible, but it's DI.
We're just looking for short-term variance.
Well, they all see the math people is to infinity. I am not going to live to infinity, let alone play craps to infinity. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to play craps for 50,000 hours. I'm not going to make 125,000 tosses. I'm going to make 60, 70 tosses and walk away.
Ed, you make a good point, though. Math people would not really be people that would probably be practicing because mathematically
that makes no sense.
Yeah, and they should just be don't bettors.
No, they're going to lose there too. They're going to lose there too because not every sixth roll is a 7. There are points that get hit. The average roll is not 6, right? I've seen don't bettors get their clock clean. I've got my clock cleaned as a don't better too, and it happens. It happens. The casino likes the math because they're open 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There are no clocks inside a casino. Almost all casinos have no windows, and none of them have clocks. They just go. They're open.
But they have ferrets.
They have ferrets, and they have math people.
Yeah. So anyway, I would give Jen a hug and still say this. I love you, but we can agree to disagree forever on the math of the game, and I'm happy to. I'm glad I'm not. My playing style is not about that.
I just seen the most unbelievable catch, dude.
Oh, what's the score?
The score is 34-24 Alabama.
Oh,
we
nice,
behind,
man.
We were behind 17-0 in the first quarter.
Are you guys favored to win?
No, we were underdogs.
Oh, man.
We were favored early in the week, and then we were a dog by the end of the week because all the money was going on Oklahoma. We call them, my good friend bootlegger would call them Choklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boomer
I'm
Sooners?
not,
Boomer
yeah, the Boomer
Sooners?
Sooner. Yeah, Boomer Sooner. I mean, it's a football game. So I know we got fans in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. We got a bunch of OKC people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crapstock is
But they
Oklahoma.
might be Oklahoma State fans. I don't know.
Where is
I
this
don't know what they
game?
are.
Norman?
Yeah, it's in Norman, Oklahoma,
Man, Norman, what a name.
outside of Mary Jane, Oklahoma, or something. I don't know. Norman.
Norman, get back in here.
It's the name of this town, Norman. I don't know what that. I don't know why they would do that. Anyway, yeah, it's got 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, dude.
Nice, man. Keep us updated. All right, so Ed, let's move this over to Patreon. Okay, this side.
All right.
And we can start talking about practice, which is what everyone wants. Practice. Hey, everyone, this is 10 Ton. And don't you hate it when we end the show like that? Right when you're getting into it, you're invested in the convo, and then bam, out of nowhere, we just leave you hanging. If you're on our Patreon page, though, you get the full episode along with some show notes. Hope to see you there. And of course, new episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. Let me repeat that. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.